But we'll save that for the next morning after pill.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because not the episode we're doing it for, but you know.
Are we on?
Yeah, now we are.
Oh, good.
This is the Fudge and Fins hashtag Shots for Likes podcast morning after pill, Ralph. And I am on day 2 of a 48-hour hangover.
Saturday was rough, boys, but...
I'm pretty fucking pissed because I was so hungover that I almost threw up in Steph's car like 50 times when she was driving us to the train.
That's right. You guys went to the city. That probably sucked, huh?
Oh, no, we didn't go to the city.
Why not?
Oh, my God. You don't remember the FaceTime call you gave me last night, do you?
Guess I don't.
Awesome.
I had a rough night last night.
So I won't repeat it on air because I don't know if you want it to be on air, what you were saying.
Oh, that part, I'm still like 90% sure it's going to happen.
Okay.
We could talk about that afterwards.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I told you why I ended up going to the city. I woke up in the morning, did a little drawing, so I was feeling all right. Took a
takes your
shower.
mind off things when you draw some art in the morning.
Yeah, big time. Makes you feel better, not think about the hangover you have.
Correct.
So then I get to Eric and Steph's, hanging out, and the effects of me, drawing pictures and how it kept my mind off of feeling nauseous started to go away. And I was getting...
No art supplies?
No art supplies. I don't got the, you know how I like the oil painting? You know?
Oil paint's cool because it's got that weird color to it,
Yeah. Plus, it's super portable. I probably would have been okay. I would have been okay with that. Like, I would have been out of it all day, but I would have been, I would have been like in Niagara Falls. That's how I would have been. So I would have been able to at least,
get through. Talk Canadian for 4 hours.
We almost U-turned on 15, and I was like, you know what? I'll keep trying. I'll keep going because I know eventually it'll calm down enough where I could eat this bagel, to maybe have a drink. Not a shot, you fucking asshole.
I'm not the one who was making you drink. I wasn't even there.
And it just in the car ride, dude. Like the car ride definitely makes it worse.
Check for bugs, bud.
Fucking start with me, bro. Caps on
Look
it.
at bugs, dude.
Caps
There'd be
on
bugs in the rum again.
We pulled in and she was like, you want me to turn around? I was like, no, I don't want to ruin the time. I don't want to ruin the time. And then we walk in, we're about to buy the ticket. And the ticket, I think round trip, it's like what, $25-$30. And like before I put my card in that machine, I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know. And he's like, you want me to call Steph? I'm like, dude, like I'm trying to I need you to make me feel better about wanting to go back to your place. Like, I'm going to feel bad if I'm like, dude, I feel this bad and we have to go home. He's like, dude, I won't feel bad about saving a butt ton of money not going to the city. He's like,
yeah.
And I was just like he wasn't giving me the 100% go, but he was giving me the dude, like, I'm not going to be upset.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really fun time if we go in the city. He ended up falling asleep like a couple hours after I left anyway. I think he was just he was just less nauseous probably. I would have dealt with the entire hangover if it wasn't for the nausea, but I was one wrong move, like I was fucking yakking. And I drank a bunch of water that wasn't really helping me. So that water would have came out. It would have been bad. So we called her right before she left the train station. She came back and she brought us back home. I gave her $20 because I felt really terrible, which was more than enough gas money and a little bit extra for her time and probably paid for like her breakfast or so. I don't know.
Whatever.
At least I felt a little bit better about throwing the money. And she was like, Dan, I really don't care. I'm not doing anything today. It's totally fine. I understand. And she was even like, if you guys are like, if Dan's dying in the city and you want me to come early, like, she's like, just let me know when, you know what I mean? Like, she was being really cool about it. So thank you very much, Steph. Shout out to Steph for letting me live. But yeah, so we went back and watched the Giants, that terrible, heartbreaking loss, which I
didn't hear about the loss. So I didn't watch the game because the Jets were on at the same time, which is bullshit. I just knew they lost. So I was like, oh, that's fine. Giants lost. And I walk into work today and the head chef's like, you believe the fucking Giants, how they lost? I was like, and I just laughed because I was happy that it was bothering a Giants fan. And I was like, yeah, no, how'd they lose? He's like, 64-yard field goal, 6 seconds left in the game.
Like, what could you do at that point? You know what I mean? Dude, Eli Manning drove it down the field and got the fucking touchdown. Saquon Barkley did like this ridiculous hurdle. He didn't necessarily have to do the hurdle,
but it helped.
Maybe he did. Like, I don't know if it needed to be such a ridiculous hurdle, but he didn't. He basically jumped over a giant and a panther at the same time. And he kind of ended up going off to the side during the jump. Like, he jumped like 7 feet in the air. It was retarded. Guy's insane.
Got some ups.
He landed a little funky. And it was not looking good at the end of the day. And they brought him into the locker room right before that field goal. So I am really scared about that. So that would be fucking... But you know what then? It'd be like, okay, so we have no chance on winning. Just fucking bomb it and get a fucking QB next year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Manning needs too much to do well.
Yeah.
Like,
I've been telling you that for like 12 years. I'm happy it came around 12 years later.
Well, I told you at the beginning of the season, this is my last season defending Eli Manning. I told you that.
Told the world.
Oh yeah, so we got some emails. I was reading Ross's before.
Was he mad at you again?
No, he was just making some solid points about the NFL.
Ross, stop making solid points. Just make fun of Fudge again, man. That's why I like.
I don't think he ever makes fun of me. He just might say something I might disagree with. That's all.
They'll start making fun of him.
Let's get the song out of the way just so I don't forget, and then we'll go from there. Mike, check. The morning after pill. Fudge and Finn. Shots for likes in that ass. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. Shots like. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Likes. Like. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. Morning after.
So what? We just don't listen to it anymore? How do you do that?
I just skip ahead because I just don't feel like waiting. That's all.
But it's still the same.
Oh yeah, I just skip ahead. No, everybody hears the song still. They have to hear it. Sucks for them.
It's a good song. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was fucking terribly hungover yesterday, and I was just really in the mood to draw a lot of art when I got home from Eric and Steph's. So I don't remember all of them like right off the top of my head. I'd probably have to, as Perosi would say, get out my VCR and watch the tape. but there was definitely some bullshit fucking call. It's getting really bad, and Ross points it out. So I mean, how much more am I going to complain about it, man? And it's not just the Giants game; it's every fucking game.
You can
it's
complain every podcast because I get entertainment out of this. I'm just sitting over here smiling,
dude. Like I'm like 95% sure that Cam Newton flopped, dude. Like the giant that hit him, if I'm not mistaken, I could be. I have to rewatch it just to make sure, but I'm like 90% positive.
Why rewatch it? Just text
the giant hit Cam Newton. Giant didn't fall on Cam Newton, nothing like that. It was like right after he threw the ball, he like tapped Newton, dude, and Newton just flopped. And they called roughing the fucking passer, dude. Dude, they called Landon Collins for an intentional fucking... it wasn't helmet to helmet. It was not. They called it something different. They called it... like, not roughing, but like a defenseless receiver. Hurting a defenseless receiver. Right. You had Landon Collins coming in making the sickest fucking play for what I'm pretty sure was one of like the 5 third downs the Giants stopped the Panthers from fucking converting on this fucking drive so they can get the goddamn fucking field goal, dude. Or actually, no, this was earlier, but it was a lot that there was a few times they just kept getting these bullshit calls every third down when the Giants would make the stop and it was fucking first and what it like... Dude, Landon Collins made this amazing play for the ball. The head was nowhere near turn the receiver, knocks the ball down, and without even looking at the receiver, who might have been Devin Funchess, if I'm not mistaken, the head hit his head. Now, not full-blown on. It wasn't, like, absolutely terrible. And I think it was Webb, either Webb or Jenkins who was behind him, because they both have the same hair, so it's hard for me to remember. Like, he kind of, like, fell into the receiver as well, but you could tell he didn't go for a full-blown hit. He didn't go head-to-head. And it was like, all it was a great defensive play by Landon Collins, and they fucking called it like this bullshit defenseless. Yeah. But, dude,
I'll take it out of your team, too. That kills your defense right there.
And there was like easily, if not like 3 of those, if not like 5 or 6. Like, I can't, like I said, I'm a little hazy yesterday. It was rough. Even today's rough.
Yesterday was rough.
Today's a rough day. But I mean, like, what more could any of the Giants do besides stop? And that's the thing, too. They were making the stops in that final drive that the Panthers made it down to make that 63 fucking yard field goal. They kept calling all these calls on them, dude.
That sucks.
I mean, like, plain and simple, like, you hate the Giants or not. You're starting to hate the NFL now, whatever. Just look at some of these calls that are getting called, man. I know Ross bitches about a bunch of them from multiple games and shit, but
well, there was another
QB, dude. Cam Newton flopping the play before he fucking knocks like 3 defenders out when he runs for a first down, and then he gets tapped and he fucking falls back. Like, get the fuck out of it. Like, this is why a QB like Cam Newton is going to ruin this fucking rule for QBs like Eli Manning and other people who aren't that mobile.
Right.
Where like they're getting massacred. You know what I mean? Like, and even so, it's getting too ridiculous now.
Well, there was another one in Minnesota where the guy sacked the quarterback and like barely tapped him, and they're fucking flag.
It's so bad, man. You basically can't sack the quarterback anymore.
Watching the Jets game yesterday,
some refs are it's all over the place, dude.
Well, they said right before, they said this officiating crew is given the most penalties out of any officiating crew this year, and I went, fuck.
Like, yeah.
And then, dude, we had all the sacks we had on sacks we had were like
Case Keenum. Right,
yeah,
Broncos?
Keenum, yeah. Dude, they were like hard-hitting sacks, like all the way down to the ground, and every one I went, ugh! No flags, dude. And we had like 3 or 4 sacks. No flag. And they were all like big time.
That's probably
hits.
a huge reason why you guys fucking won, because they weren't calling that shit.
Yeah.
I get it, man. Like,
fucking Darno looks sick.
Yeah, I wish the games weren't at the same time. I would have fucking loved to watch, but I would have fell asleep during it, just like I fell asleep during the Vikings-Eagles game. I think that is what I fell asleep during.
I haven't even looked at the scores yet. Wow.
Oh, the rest of the NFL?
Dude, last night was literally like I was so fucking hungover.
Cowboys lost by the Texans beat them in a field goal, or a game-winning field goal, and the Eagles lost to the Vikings. So I want to say they're both 2-3. If the Redskins lose to the Saints tonight, we're only like 2 games. It's like it's nothing crazy, but it's
right.
I don't know, man. Like, and what, Olivier Verdon's going to come back? We're the worst in the league at sacks. We have like 5. We may have sacked Cam Newton once. I don't think we did. So our defensive line is not. Defensive line's pretty good with the run, but we're definitely not good with rushing the pass. Yeah, exactly. And he's fucking. You see him fly to nowhere. You're like, that fat motherfucker. Oh my god. He just pops to nowhere, and he's like, yeah, you're not running anywhere. But dude, the Giants were playing a fucking good game head-to-head with the Panthers, man. Although, there were some really ridiculous... Eli had like 2 ridiculous interceptions, but I think it was just like completely miscommunication on the route. Because those interceptions that just go right to the defender, and that's exactly all that is. You know, it's just like Eli thought Shepard was going this way, and blah-de-blah, whatever. One of them may have been really bad, because I remember Ross commenting on it, but... I mean, I don't know. They finally scored 30 points. They scored 31 points for the first time in fucking 2.5 years. So, yeah, Super Bowl win. I guess, right? Yeah. One of the Browns, you get a win and you're fucking freaking the fuck out.
What'd I do, yes? Oh, you know what I did? I watched the Jets game and I watched Joe Rogan stand up. I wasn't laughing a lot during it.
Yeah, I didn't start laughing until when he started talking about cats. I started to laugh my ass off because... when he was just talking about cats being like basically vicious beasts that just sit there and do whatever the fuck they want.
I was laughing, but I wasn't like his first 2 specials where I was just dying the whole time. But like
Triggered, I was losing it from his like first opening line. Like, this fucking Cali weeds got me fucked up. He's like, I'll let you talk to dolphins. When he starts talking about the gummy bears, like you know what I mean? Yeah. I think this one, it was really more about like, I think his jokes are a little bit more intellectual, and I think he's trying to really dig deep on like some of the ridiculous shit that's happening nowadays.
Yeah, instead of just getting a quick laugh. Like I said, I definitely want to rewatch it 100%. That was the most hungover I've ever, not that I've ever been in a long time.
So we really drank that much. We took like 5 shots before the fight. Where every fucking 2 minutes we were like, let's take one more shot. Like it fucking sucked, dude. And I almost drove home, dude. I was like, no, because I remember I was going to be like, oh, well, I definitely would have drank actually way less now that I think about it. Because on the podcast, I wasn't going too crazy. Before,
we were drinking a decent amount of podcasts though.
Yeah, but I was still like ready to hold off and watch the fight and not drink much during the fight and sober up and go home. But then my girlfriend was like, "No, I'm gonna pick you up. Just fucking watch the fight, whatever." And I was like, "Well, fuck, now I'm gonna drink." Huge mistake,
dude. I had a handle. No, I had 2 handles yesterday. I woke up with half a handle.
A lot of booze gone. Tom, Tom threw up like 3 times, right?
Did he throw up at night?
Another one bites dust.
People.
Yeah, he threw up at night. He threw up in your recycling. I took it out into the garbage.
That's right.
So if you're,
I appreciate you, bud.
Yeah, so if your garbage smells like throw up, it's your recycling. I would throw that one right in the trash.
People, stop challenging me. Don't come on the podcast with your fucking liver all G'd up, talking shit about Finn, trying to say you're gonna outdrink me.
Every time they
stop doing it. Stop.
You know what you did? You sat there and you looked at him. You were like, "I guess I won, huh?" And he's like, "Ah!" Like that was pretty funny.
Well, after
you did it, you said it a second time because I think he was in the middle of puking, so you wanted to make sure he heard you, and he just started puking again after you said it.
The next day, I'm like, "So when do you want to set up the actual drinking competition?" He's like, "Fuck you, dude." I'm like, "Hey, you did it to yourself, bro."
Every single one of them, man.
Stop it, people.
We try to warn them.
Stop.
And we don't even get at them. They like say shit to you. Oh, this blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm like, well, you're fucking up, bud.
Well, a lot of people, they come on. I'll do like what we do on Dan's episode, probably like 5 or 6 shots, right? Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little
I don't
more.
remember. I mean, I do have shots to begin with anyway, so.
So I think people like hear that and then they don't realize like we're having drinks too. Like I'm just drinking vodka.
I try to explain it all the time.
Yeah. First of all, if you're going to show up and expect to challenge me, bro, show up with some liquor. Dude shows up with a pint of Fireball and says, "I'm definitely out drinking you." Really? With what? Because that's 2 drinks. That's 2 of my drinks right there, dude.
Yeah. Not to mention that's Fireball and it's less alcohol.
Like, fucking G up, dude. Step your game up. Bring a handle. Look me in the eye.
At least he drank till he puked, though, if he's going to challenge you, you know?
Yeah, he committed.
And I think he had a shot right after.
Yeah, he rallied. That's bad.
Yeah, you never... If you drink to the point where you puke, you start drinking again, man. Like, you're just asking to literally feel like shit for, like, 3 fucking days. Like,
get yourself a Schweepes.
We're like 30...
Calm it down, man.
We're like 30, 31, man. Like, we can't... This ain't... Like, we're not 17 at Everest jumping off the fucking cliff anymore, bro. Drinking like Bacardi Raz like a bunch of pussies, fucking yakking after like 3 shots, like, oh my God, shot number 4.
So yeah, yesterday, so I was so hungover. I had breakfast. I drove them to get breakfast because they were fucking really hurting. Plus they're bothering my girlfriend, so I'm like, let me get these fucking idiots out of this house. So we go get breakfast.
We shouldn't be talking too much about this because we should talk about it on the next morning after pill.
All right. Well, I'll stop talking about that, but I'll say how hungover I was. So I have my breakfast. I'm like, all right, well, I have to fucking open tomorrow. I'm just going to get fucking really hammered so I don't feel hungover. And I'm going to go to bed like fucking 5 o'clock. That'll be great.
You were supposed to grab some art supplies because of gift of art supplies that was left here.
Yes.
And you were supposed to FaceTime me back. You're like, you going to pick up? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll pick up. You never call me back. So what happened after you FaceTime me at like 5:30?
So
I fell asleep in like 2 hours.
Did I tell you I stumbled up to a 7-Eleven? I didn't tell you that. Okay, so
what time?
It had to be after we FaceTime. What time did we FaceTime?
I think it was like 5. Actually, I can look at the exact time right now, and I got to pull up the Yankee game too, I think. So.
This is fine. This is exactly why I did not call you back.
5:45.
Okay, so this is exactly why I didn't call you.
Yeah,
back.
I fell asleep like 2 hours after that.
So I'm looking for the art supplies. I had no lighter, dude. I couldn't find a lighter in my house. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm fucking hammered. So I walk up the street. I'm like, I can't drive. So I had to sway up this hill to the 7-Eleven, dude, hoping I'd have fall into traffic. And I got a lighter and I got there and I'm like, well, I'm going to draw, so I might as well get some artist food. So I grabbed
artist food.
I grabbed the box of Hot Pockets and I grabbed a bag of cheddar fries, dude.
Sounds awesome.
I ate all of it.
Of course you did.
Dude, I felt so bad this morning. My stomach was killing me. But yeah, that's why I didn't call you back. I forgot. I got distracted.
It's almost like a little mini hangover when you eat like shit. It really is, dude. It can be really bad. That's why I try to. For the most part, I'm pretty good. Sometimes I might get bad, but I haven't been as bad as I ever used to be back in the day.
But yeah, so I got hammered. I don't know. It was rough. It's a rough day, boys.
Dude, it's got.
Kristen's like, "Can you do this, this, and this?" I was like, "No."
Like, nope.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah, dude. After the Giants game, I definitely just left. What time is this game? Isn't it supposed to be like 7:10, right?
Let me look.
Start soon, according to the.
Let me look on the phone.
I like to try to find one of those streams that at least have like the commercials going, you know. And I always get to hop off your
7:40. You're not until you got.
Oh, really?
You got a half hour, bro.
All right, that's the case. Fuck that then.
Okay.
Yeah. So. All right. So you fucking.
Do you know what channel it's playing on?
TBS.
Oh, that I can't get. Never mind. Yeah. So I fucking
pretty sure it's TBS.
Stumbled up to 7-Eleven.
Actually, I might be able to get it on Sling.
Yeah.
Because I have TBS on Sling.
Yeah.
Let's pop that out. Am I right? So you went up to this. You already explained the 7-Eleven, right? You already completed it. Because I was kind of like, kind of not paying attention. Yeah. Well, fuck. Why would I do that? You know what sucks? When I have to read emails, I got to turn the fucking game off. Fucking losers. Fucking hate you people.
Yeah. Well, they hate you too.
They do. Oh, okay. Here we go.
You got there, buddy?
I do. All right. Fuck off, Flo.
Yeah,
Excuse me, Flo. Get it?
Yes, that's why I didn't call you back, buddy.
I'm glad you didn't. Half an hour later, I looked at Bridget. I was like, I'm so happy you didn't call me back. She's like, yeah, it's pretty nice you didn't.
Why? I don't know, dude. Yesterday was a fucking blur, and I knew it too. I had my first drink, and I went, well, I'm already kind of fucked up. Because I was still so hungover.
I can't believe you were able to have that drink, dude. I couldn't. That was the...
Well, dude, I was so hungover I had to take... There was no other option. Like, I couldn't go back to bed. You know what I mean? Because I'd open the next day. So am I going to sleep till 4 in the afternoon? And then fucking wake up for 2 hours and then go back to fucking bed?
What time did you go to bed last night? You might have answered, but I, wasn't listening.
Probably like 7 or 8. Which is why I felt fine this morning.
See, I fell asleep at like 7:38, dude. And I remember Bridget waking me up at like 1 a.m. She's like, we should go into the, bed. She like stayed up that whole time when I was sleeping. I was just asleep on the couch like, and then I slept until like fucking like 9:30, dude. I slept like a really long time. I thought it would be good.
You don't feel better when you sleep for that long until like the next day. And then it like catches up and you're like wide awake.
Yeah, right. Because I've been like groggy and feeling weird all day.
Well, you probably have Lyme's disease or something.
Well, I'm sure somehow my insurance won't cover it because I got the cheapest one like an idiot. In my defense, it's cheap though.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? But it's
Lyme's disease. Yeah.
Well,
How do I not have a fucking lighter?
You didn't even have like a barbecue lighter?
Nothing, dude.
Not even a match?
I'm sure I had a match somewhere.
Or
matches? And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to fucking light a piece of paper on fire. And then I like got up and...
Yeah, but you were probably so drunk that probably would have been such a bad idea.
Exactly. And I got up and was like, you know what? I'm going to go walk to the 7-Eleven because I'm going to fucking burn the dog, Yeah.
What were you going to like run outside with the lit paper like trying to...
No, I was going to do it in the kitchen like a gentleman.
Okay.
Light it and then stick it under the faucet.
I hear you. I just had to take a sip of a drink, so
you know what I'm saying?
Which I'm not sure why I'm drinking.
So yeah, I guess we should talk about fucking Friday then. How ridiculous that episode was, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. We invented a new racial slur for a different what do you call what people speak, a language.
What was
so that
it?
was
I
good.
don't remember.
You really don't remember? Oh my god, you gonna make me say it again? So Dan was talking about how Ralph had to take out him saying Jap a couple times in their episodes. And he was like, oh, but in Japan, they actually pronounce it Napanese.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yes.
So I was like, oh.
You know, you can repeat it. I don't care.
Well, I don't know. I said something like, "Oh, well, what do they call black people over there? Jiggers or something like that?" Because the J sounds like the N.
Yeah, we all get it.
So,
I never got to tell my Jap story. I think I tried to tell it like 4 times. None of us finished a story yesterday at all. Like we all started a story and then it never ended.
Never finished any of them,
Which is fine because it's fucking hysterical. But yeah, I was trying to tell a story how the reason because you said you didn't know Jap was a slang word or whatever.
I think Ralph said that. Ralph said he just
Someone
found it out.
said it. But I knew it was because at work we have jalapenos, so like
and not slang. I'm pretty sure it's
racist.
Yeah, racial. There's a word for it. I'm fucking out of it, so I'm
racial
not
slur.
Yeah, slur. There. How did I not?
I don't know.
Jesus
man.
Christ, it's a slur.
So whenever if it's like jalapenos on the side, it's like side of Japs. It's not racist. It's how you speak.
Yeah,
in the kitchen, you know what I mean. Like you're trying to abbreviate everything to make it move quicker. And when I first started cooking. I still bartended a lot. So, like, if people ask for a side of jalapenos or jalapenos on something, it was very hard not to say Japs. But I was pretty good at it. And there's this one Asian guy who comes in all the time, and he would get whatever he got. If the choice of side, whatever it was, didn't matter. He always got a side of Japs. And he would just eat them. Which is fine. Whatever you want to do it. And he got to a point where I would just put it in. He wouldn't have to tell me because he was here all the time. And he ordered like a cod or something. I'm like, oh, you want a side of Japs with that? And he looked at me and goes, what? And I was like, jalapenos?
You didn't explain it to him?
No.
You felt it would be
weirder? I don't think I really don't think he heard me. Like, I think it wasn't like a what, like, are you fucking kidding me? It was like what did you say? Like, he didn't understand what I said. So I was like, jalapenos. You want a side of jalapenos? Jalapeno.
Oh, yeah, please. Yeah, please.
Yeah, dude. I went in the kitchen. I was like, I said Jap to the Asian guy.
I said Japs to the Jap.
But yeah, dude, their episode was fucking insane, man. I love in the beginning, Dan's like, oh, I don't really drink too much. And fucking, he got wasted.
He did.
We all got wasted, dude. Ralph was like chugging Yinglings and throwing up and stuff.
Did Ralph throw up? I don't recall Ralph throwing up.
No, he literally said that he chugged a Yingling at the end. And he's like, dude, it literally, like, I think I might have to throw up from that Yingling. So I'm like, well, just go throw up in the bathroom. No big deal. And he's like, no, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be cool. And then, like, I think it was like a minute later, he said that again. And Dan's like, well, just chug another fucking Yingling, you bitch. And he just did. I was like, you don't remember that?
I think I said I would chug my drink with him. I got like halfway or 3/4. I was like, yeah, I'm done doing this. And he definitely chugged his entire beer. So I was like, all right, well, you know, what are you going to do, bud?
Ralph's a man. It's so funny because I didn't expect it. Like, I didn't expect Ralph.
I was getting along with him great.
Yeah, Ralph was fucking cool as shit. I just know him from the podcast where he's the more tame version.
Yeah.
So
I think he was a little relaxed though because he's got
and he had some cocktails, dude. He was fucking hysterical.
Yeah, me and Ralph started to form a little alliance against you two, you know?
Well, you guys realize you're the same people on the podcast. Like, we're the assholes.
Yeah. Although I was definitely more of an asshole on their podcast with us than you were, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like when I said Jigger, you made that face like, oh Jesus Christ.
Well, I was laughing.
Yeah, you were, but you only hear Perosi laugh. So it doesn't seem as funny as that, because I know Ralph was like, fuck, and you were like, ah. And I know I was like, Perosi was the only one you heard laugh, so probably just makes me feel like I'm a racist piece of shit, but that's a solid joke.
That's a funny joke.
Couldn't be unsaid, you know?
It wasn't as bad as... Did I say something really bad one time where, like, everyone was just like,
I don't know. I probably laughed.
No, you definitely didn't laugh. You just
was that bad?
You looked at me and went... I don't remember what the joke was.
I almost spit out my shit everywhere.
Oh, fuck. What? I don't even remember what...
See how hard it is for me to... I just make...
He just had to reach a foot for some paper towels, people. That's what that noise was. Now he's going to bend over to reach the paper towels again?
because I'm picking up with my toes. Alrighty then.
Yeah, fuck. I forget what I said. Some ridiculous shit, and you're just like, what?
It was that bad where I was like, "Fuck, dude, really?" That's funny.
We didn't take it out. It's definitely still in one of these podcasts.
Well,
because I remember
I'm never gonna go back and listen to another episode.
Well, you told me afterwards. You're like, we'll listen to it tomorrow in the morning before the morning after pill, and you decide if you really want that in there or not.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, nah, keep it in.
I don't remember that.
I can't remember what it was. It was funny. If anyone can remember me saying something extremely offensive and racist, but it was jokes, just jokes, people.
Yeah. I mean, whether you believe us or not, that's all they are. So, I mean, they're just meant to laugh at. That's it.
Oh, dude. And what else? What else was good about the episode besides everything? The one joke Dan made about fucking that Hulk Hogan 9/11 fucking.
Oh yeah, it was like Hulk Hogan doing like the Hulk leg drop or whatever the fuck it's called, and it was just like added like flames and explosions to the picture of the Twin Towers.
And Ralph was like, I guess he won, huh? And Dan was like, yeah, and whatever the number of people that died in 9/11, like 1,800 people. He's like, yeah, and 1,800 of them lost.
Yeah, he's like, so did 18 other. It's like I got. Or what? Yeah, it was like the towers lost. Somebody said, "Oh, I guess the towers lost." And then he was like, "Yeah, and so did 1,800 other people." Holy shit!
Oh, dude.
See, it's so weird because like, it's so funny when he fights for certain moral causes that like, on this shit, like we always joke around about like liberals this and that, but when it comes to like, LGBTQ and like African American stuff like that, we actually are, on their side like any other good fucking human being would be.
Right.
And like, it's so weird to like, because Perosi's the same way. And like, he defends that shit when it's a serious conversation to the death. But it's like some of the offensive stuff that he'll say, it's so on the opposite end that like you couldn't picture the same person saying those things. You know what I mean?
We're joking.
Yeah, exactly. And like if you don't get it by now, you're fucking, I don't know, 80 episodes too late. But fucking, I don't know, it's just so funny because like he could go from one extreme like that and then defend another extreme that we would normally make fun of anyways or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so funny to hear both things come out of the same person.
It's funny too. It's like when we had Tanner on and Charlie and fucking Mikey Smith to me and stuff, like we all got along great or whatever for not really knowing each other. Dude, like I've never hung out with those kids. I felt like we were best friends, dude. It was fucking hysterical. Like
yeah, and even Charlie too, being like a known like liberal person, like he's very he's like he's active with it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say an activist because I don't really think that's really the thing, but he's he's one of those guys that it's like a big weight on his shoulders. He cares about it a lot. And like even he was just like, he's like, oh no, we're all, you know what I mean? Like we were all joking, hanging out. Like he gets it. Like he got that we weren't trying to fucking be cocksuckers. You know what I mean? So it's nice to see people that think like that and have those political views that are like defending those things every day. For sometimes certain amounts of them are just like a little ridiculous with it, but that's whatever they want to do. And the fact that they could like still listen and like come on and have a good time. So that is a good thing, but.
Oh man, and I love how
so did 1,800 other people.
They were like, I love how at the end, like they're like, oh, our girlfriends are coming. Like, fuck, we should still keep going. And he's like, let's see if they'll hang around for a little bit. And then they fucking just hung out and we just kept bullshitting.
Yeah, when you were, I don't know if you were helping Ralph with something or what, but Perosi was like, oh, because he showed me his phone of his girlfriend being like, oh, can we just come and hang out there? Like, we don't want to stay at the restaurant anymore, but we don't. I don't think they were just like, we don't want to cut off your shit, but we're kind of bored here. Can we just come hang out there? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, dude. I was like, unfortunately, I don't think we have chairs for them. I feel kind of bad because, it's your fiance and your girlfriend. I feel kind of shitty, but they're more than welcome to hang out, of course. So they ended up coming and hang for like the last easily like 20, 30 minutes of the podcast.
Yeah, so we got extra content out of that, so I was good.
Yeah. They were talking some shit about their significant others that were on our podcast, so that was pretty funny.
That was hysterical. You guys are fucking losers.
Yeah, it sounds like Ralph's fiance was like, stop being a fucking pussy. Like, I'm driving, drink the shot.
You chug another beer, you fag.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Ralph's fucking funny, man.
Yeah. Good times. I can't wait to go on their podcast, man.
Yeah. Did they hit us up? No, I don't think so. Yeah,
we definitely talked about it and confirmed that we're gonna do it.
Yeah, in like a few weeks, but we just gotta check what's going on with like the weddings and all that shit. We'll probably talk more about it at the wedding this fucking Saturday.
Oh, that's right. We're gonna see him there.
So yeah, he's going. He's like, oh my god, you guys are going. He's like, this is gonna be so great. It's gonna be. I hope he's at our table.
He probably won't be. Well, I guess you never know. Well, I mean, I don't know.
He's like best friends with Ashley Galimi, so I don't know if he's going to be at like some other different table. You know what I mean? Like my guess is we're going to be with like.
Well, he's not in a party or anything.
I don't think so. No. Oh, you want to hear some crazy shit, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's official.
Is this about this wedding?
No, it's about a different wedding. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to announce this. I think it's okay.
Wait, you want to pause it and say, and we'll talk about it?
No, I think it's good. I think it's good. I mean,
if I don't think it's good, we'll take it out.
Yeah. Well, Eric asked me to be his best man.
Oh.
Co-best man. I'm.
Yeah, it sucks because he asked me a week ago, but I can't really do it, man. I know we're best friends or whatever, but I'm sorry, man. You're gonna have to ask Fudge, buddy. I'm busy.
I felt so bad because he asked me yesterday on the way to the train, right? So Steph's driving. I'm sure Steph did that thing where she looked at him. She was like, "Hey, he's right here. Are you gonna ask him?" Type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, Dan, I wanted to, with the wedding coming up and everything, I wanted, to see if you wanted to be, or I want you in the wedding party." But not only that, and when he said not only that, I was like, "Oh my god, like, I'm really Eric's best friend." I feel like shit.
I'm the king of the scene. Scene's best friend.
I felt so. I was like, dude, this is so awesome, and I'm like seriously, like honestly honored, and like this is fucking amazing, and like you're also my best friend too, and I'm so sorry that I feel so sick that I can't have a better reaction. But yeah, I actually didn't even answer at first. Like, I said all that, and he was like, "So, like, you want to do it, dude?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm sorry, but I have to stop talking because I'm going to throw up." So
that's awesome. Where are they getting married?
They're looking they have like a month, like a couple month range. They want to do it next fall, like a little over, like about a year from now. So there's plenty of time. And because his co-best man Ian, who I don't think you've ever met, but you would fucking love. So if you end up coming to the bachelor party, or you can, or what, I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know if Eric's going to have a short list or what his whole deal is, but
yeah, I'm not
Ian's the fucking. I mean, even if Ian's just up and we like go out one night, dude, the kid's fucking awesome.
Let's get him on the podcast.
When he was up last time, I wanted to. Once I figured
he doesn't live around here.
He lives in Alabama.
That's tough. Okay.
So he used to be in a band called Era, who actually played last night with the band I wanted to fucking go see.
Maybe when they come up for the bachelor party or the wedding, we can try and set something up.
Definitely. No, we have to. We have to. And there's a chance he might even be up before then because he tries to come up like, I want to say at least like once or two times a year.
Right.
So we could probably get him beforehand, but I'm going to be, talking to him, throughout the next year anyway about the bachelor party and shit because Eric has an idea of what he wants to do, but Alex, who's doing the wedding because he's like ordained.
Right.
So I think.
Is that the vegan?
Yeah, the Jack Black vegan guy.
How are you so jacked and be a vegan, you fucking...
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. We'll ask him. We'll have him on too because he's fucking awesome. I want to say you had to have met Alex maybe going to a party at Eric's one time with me. I don't know if Alex moved yet because he moved to Texas a couple of years ago.
No, I never hung out with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, tell us about those towels, bro.
All right, got
See
you.
if you can pull it off fucking this time. 3 times in a fucking...
Omaha.
There we are. It's a little better.
3rd time's a charm, am I right?
Dude, Ralph was like, no, I'll give it to him. And you're like, Ralph, calm it down, dude. Omaha. And he's like, no, like I could just hand it to him. You're like, Ralph, calm it down, buddy. I'm doing a thing here.
Yeah, well, that's, they get it. What are you going to do? Yeah, so I know he's got some ideas, but I know he doesn't want to make like Alex and Ian fly up twice. You know what I mean? Like once for a bachelor party and then once for the wedding. So we'll probably just do something.
Alex lives in what? Fucking he doesn't live in Jersey either, right?
No, he lives in Texas. He moved to Texas like 2 years ago or so. A little bit before I think I started dating Bridget because I think it was
hot
before
over there, dude.
I mean, from what I've heard, he likes it. If I ever go to Texas, I definitely want to fucking
awesome. It's just hot.
I mean, it gets hot here too, dude. It's just only for like a quarter of blackout restrictions in your area. What? Are you really telling me I can't watch the fucking Yankee game on here? Is it on Yes then? That doesn't make any sense because
TBS owns the rights. It wouldn't be on Yes.
Yeah,
Why would it be blacked out? It's the playoffs.
No, dude, I have TBS. How can it be blacked out? That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe because it's on your phone. I don't know.
They black out NFL Network on my phone.
That's so stupid, dude.
I don't get it. I've gone through this list like 1,000 times, and the NFL Network just never shows up.
You have Verizon, right?
Yeah.
You can listen. You can watch games on Verizon too for free.
Really?
They still black out some games, but you get some on there.
I mean, whatever. I guess I'll just steal it illegally. I was trying to I pay for a service. Fucking bullshit, dude. Whatever. What were we talking about?
You trying to throw paper towels?
Yeah. Well, that time was pretty successful.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Odell had a sick one-handed catch yesterday, dude.
Yeah, don't care.
His gloves literally must just be made of elephant jizz.
Really helped you guys win, though, huh?
I jacked off nothing. He did great yesterday. Dude, he threw a 60-yard touchdown pass to Saquon Barkley.
That I did see.
This
that
crazy
that
trick
was
play.
A game break on the.
That was like an insane fucking play call by Pat Shurmur, dude. Because you watch the entire.
Listen.
Nice plug. You watch the whole Panthers defense just run at Odell Beckham, dude. The entire defense.
Right. Well, they think it's a screen.
Yeah. And then one of them was like, oh no, and like saw Saquon Barkley all by himself. Nobody saw Saquon Barkley run out.
Hey. Well, why at that point? What do you think? You're not thinking that pass. You know what I mean?
I mean, it may never work ever again. But if fucking dude, and Saquon was running, and he was somehow able to know that the guy was about to tackle him, and he did that hop right out of his tackle at the perfect. Dude, that guy. If he doesn't get injured, bro, he's going to be a retarded running back for fuck. He's going to be setting records and shit. He's already setting records. He's already tied for its 5 games in a row with over 100 scrimmage yards. He just tied with, I think, Adrian Peterson. And the only other person who's ahead of him is, someone else with like 7 or 8 games. I think it's Kareem Hunt. And he did that last year. So he's already doing some fucking crazy shit, man. Gotta find this goddamn game.
Speaking of football, it's nice to hear that Robbie Anderson listens to the podcast.
What do you mean?
Robbie Anderson, wide receiver, Jets.
No, I know exactly who he is. Yeah.
He listens to the podcast.
Why do you say that?
Because you were calling him out all last week, and then he fucking caught 2 ginormous fucking 40-yard touchdown passes. He heard us, man.
Good, because he should be your like number 1 deep threat on your fucking football team, and he hasn't done shit until this past game.
Yeah.
Besides the catch in Detroit, but that was the only catch he had in that fucking game. But it could be the play calling too. You never know.
Yeah.
Because these plays, they like the whole point. You let the plays do their thing, but sometimes a coach or a QB like they already know what they're throwing to. You know what I mean?
And it was nice too to see Darnold like getting that touch on his pass and actually hitting the receivers. Like,
I wish I was able to watch the game. I honestly want to watch like fucking Sam Darnold a lot more than most other games besides the Giants, and even watching the Giants kind of sucks. So.
Isaiah Crowell fucking lit it up, dude. He had
like 220 yards.
He broke our
franchise
franchise record for most rushing by a running back.
Probably broke a lot of fucking fucking records.
Yeah, it's fucking sick, dude. He didn't wipe his ass with the ball as a touchdown.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I know he did that. I know he did that once.
I thought it was fucking hysterical.
It kind of is, but you obviously can't get away with it because everything's a fucking problem nowadays.
Yeah. What you fucking? I'm gonna start calling you Siegelin, dude. What are you doing on your phone there, fucking?
Trying to get the goddamn game, dude.
The game's not even on yet.
No, the game's about to be on.
It's definitely about to be on. I'll just start texting too, man. And then we'll just sit here on no air. No air.
Well, I'm probably gonna pull up emails soon, so why can't I just watch it? I'm just gonna keep doing this, huh? All right. Well, eventually. It's a little toasty in here. I'll tell you what.
You're wearing a fucking long sleeve shirt like a woman.
It was fucking cold. I had to go out today, bro.
Just take your shirt off. Quit bitching at me.
Oh, I always take my shirt off, though. It's so predictable.
At one point, you and Shomers had your shirts off.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
And then Top kept trying to like bite your nipples.
That was weird.
BD, brother, man, if you ever see a BD podcast, man, look the fuck out, boys.
Yeah, we got another one fucking next weekend.
Yeah, they can't stay over. And, you can tell them that it's Shomers and Eric ruined it for him, or Shomers and Tom.
Yeah, I got to text.
Also, see if they can do it Sunday, dude.
Yeah, I got to hit them up about that, and then I definitely have to also, dude. I think MLB like fucked all the streams, bro. Everything seems to be fucking out. Nothing's working.
Well, we don't have to do a long podcast, man. If you want to watch the game.
Well, it's already 45 minutes. We could do whatever. I'll do fucking emails real quick, and I'll see what I can do about trying to find the game. We'll go from there. Email it. So Daddy Diddles is a solid idea. Just so you know, I'm pretty sure there's like 7 emails, and like 6 of them are from Jeff. Fantasy Olympics.
Someone must be fucking bored.
Well, at least he's, hardcore fan of the podcast. Although we've been pissing him off lately and saying incorrect things. Well, maybe it's going to be in one of these emails.
Okay.
Because sometimes I pre-read them just if I'm bored to see like, oh, what's going to happen, Maybe come up with my own ideas in the meantime, too, to respond with. Fantasy Olympics idea. Hear him out. We get 12 guys, $400 entry fee up front, equaling $4,800. We have 4 fantasy leagues, NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL. Each Olympic season, we will start with the MLB season in April and end with the NBA, NHL seasons next June. The champion of each league will win $600. Runner-ups will win $200. $3,200 total. Olympic standings work like this. You receive points for where you finish in each league. First 12 points, second 11 points, etc. The overall points winner wins the gold medal 1,000, silver 400, bronze wins 200. Of course, the prize money can be adjusted however we want, but this could be something fun. That is a really, really sick fucking idea.
Let that dog into.
If it wasn't for the fact that I don't think I can keep with Major League Baseball fucking fantasy,
baseball
dude.
fantasy is tough. Jeff
would beat the shit out of all of us, and it would be easy money for him.
It's every day. It's an everyday league.
Yeah.
I did fantasy baseball with Jeff in his league for about 6 years, I think, and I won on the 5th year, and then went, all right, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Like, you have to do so much research. You have to do it's like a second job, dude. Fuck that. I'm out. It sounds like a great idea. I'm out. Plus dealing with fucking hockey, football, and basketball all at the same time.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. It's a great idea, and if someone's hardcore and all that shit,
yeah, but we're not going to find 12 people that'll do that and or put in all that money either. Like, I know someone like Ari would probably be down. Ken and Pat would probably, like, Ari, Pat, and Ken probably would definitely be.
Right.
But, like, I don't know one other person who likes all 4 sports enough at all. I barely even like fucking hockey anymore, which I hate admitting because I used to love hockey.
Hockey's kind of boring to me.
It's not boring to me. I don't know, man. It's like it's just something about it. Like,
each period, you got to wait 45 minutes for the game to start back up.
That can get a little annoying.
Jeff, it's a great idea. I wish you luck, buddy. But that's too
we're
much.
definitely.
If I ever win the lottery, or get fired, maybe I'll be
Jeff, you're definitely. I hope you want to join the Bro League next year, because Keith said next year, and I don't want to say it yet, but there's a possible replacement possibly in the works. It's because we need 2 more guys to make it 10 guys, and I like 10. I think 10's a nice round number for fantasy football.
I like 12 because there's always 2 shitty teams, and you got to make fun of them.
12, I feel like it's really difficult. Like, if you are out on like, if you have an injury or 2, like, you're fucked.
Although I've had 3 major injuries and I'm still 3-2.
Yeah, I guess that's
Kristen
true.
fucking destroyed me, dude.
She's a lot of good players.
Yeah, but like, I'm usually averaging.
It's fantasy
like,
football, dude. It's like 90% fucking luck and 10%
dude,
skill.
no one scored over 10 points for me. Besides, I think my quarterback.
That actually happened with me with Kristen last week. She fucking massacred me, dude.
Fucking management, dude.
She's doing something. She's rigging Yahoo
shenanigans.
I wanna if the person I'm thinking of possibly replacing, it would be cool to have
someone's being a little cunt.
I don't want to go into it now.
Okay.
I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but it's just there's only 8 of us, and one of them might figure it out, and he might listen to this podcast, and I don't know if it's going to happen, and I don't want to be a dickhead about it, so we'll figure it out. I mean, if that's the case, maybe then we just get one more person, because I don't know why I didn't think of Ross. I would love to have Ross in a fucking fantasy league, dude.
I wonder if he would do it.
I don't know if he does fantasy, but he listens. So Ross, I got an awesome bro league. It was only $50 this year. We're probably going to bump up the money next year for sure. But basically the whole point of it is like, it's all a bunch of really good friends. We're in a group chat, just talking shit, having a hilarious time. And it's like basically all of my closest best friends that all like fucking football. You know what I mean? And Keith and Jeff couldn't do it this year because of their other leagues, but I'm hoping. Keith said he's already down next year.
Yeah, I'm 100% in.
So if Jeff doesn't want to do it or can't, then you're 100% in. If Jeff definitely really wants to do it, and we're going to do 12 guys then we'll get another guy. But this one guy that the chance might replace, then you could take his place. Either way, we can get you in. You should be in. You have to be in. So, and then we could find one more dude. We'll see what we can do. But I want it to be like, the reason it would tend to, like, I want to just, like, get the permanent people, and then we just ride this league for fucking, until it gets to a point where we're like, I don't want to do it, where everybody's like, I don't want to do it anymore, you know?
Yeah.
However long that takes, but.
We should get some kind of bet thing going, too, like fucking Tim does in his league. Like, loser has to deal with, like, whatever they come up with. Like, the one year the loser had to get the tomatoes thrown at him.
Yeah, I mean, physical things pisses me off. And I just get angrier and angrier the older I get, and I'm really willing to start swinging at people that are even close friends. So
you're not gonna be able to beat up fucking 11 of us. So
I'll figure something out.
Nah,
I'll bring some objects, dude.
Now we know we'll bring.
If I come, dude, no. If I start swinging, dude, most people are gonna be like, I ain't dealing with this fucking fat motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna sit there and be like, oh man, Fudge is hitting that guy in the head with that fucking blunt object, huh?
You know, depends who you're hitting. If you're hitting my best friend Eric, I'd step in. Sorry, I couldn't be.
I ain't swinging at Eric, dude. He's definitely way too jacked, and I'm pretty sure he's gotten into enough fights to where he would whoop my fucking ass. I don't want to fight anybody. All I'm saying is that physical shit pisses me off. I don't want to fucking do that shit, dude.
You just G up, dude.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You're not even in the league. You're already pissing me off, bro. I'm definitely down to do shit like that, but I'd rather it be like, you know, like legitimate humiliation that actually, you know, you're going to fucking wear a team's jersey you hate and like go out to like a bar and fucking like sing like their song, you know, and like add some other shit to it or something like that.
Loser has to get a tattoo.
See, I'm definitely not getting a tattoo of a team I don't like. I mean, what?
No, it would be that. Like you would get like a little dick on your ass or something.
I mean, if
you know what I'm saying, that'd be your
Eric Rowe would probably do it for us.
He'd probably do it for free.
We take a chunk of change. Well, even if we wanted to throw him like some money, just somebody has to get a tattoo of a dick on their ass.
Yeah, we'll do it. You know.
Here's the deal, though.
That'd be your first tattoo.
Here's the deal. If somebody bitches out on it, it's gonna be lame. You know, we got 2 kids on the West Coast. Yeah. So
that's true. I forget people are not as cool as me and they can't G up. You know.
I do. That's the thing. I want to start upping the money a little bit, and I would love to do like some bets or something like that. But I want it to be something that like someone will legitimately do. Like I don't want it to be like, oh, we all have to fucking beat you with fucking bats. Like you know what I mean?
No, it wouldn't be that.
Yeah, but throwing tomatoes at people and shit.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. He said that was a good one. So the last year they did the polar plunge, and Tim had to do it. He said it sucked.
Yeah, I don't think hopping into fucking freezing cold water can't not suck. So
they did in the ocean, dude.
That's where you do it. All right, Finn Got Fudge Hard is back.
Hey.
I wonder who that is. I wonder if it happened to be somebody who just came on the podcast all of a sudden and felt like doing it again. I mean, who else? I mean, do you know who this is?
I have no idea.
Okay. No subject. Fudge and Finn, excuse me for the lack of emails lately. I was put on a little forced vacation, but I am back now and trying to catch up with the show. Please let me know what you think of what I have been working on below. He sat down miserably, as if I had pushed him, and simultaneously there was the sound of a motor turning into my lane. We both jumped up, and a little harrowed myself. I don't know what the word harrowed means, but I went out into my yard. Under the dripping bare lilac trees, a large open car was coming up the drive. It stopped. Daisy's face tipped sideways beneath a tree-cornered lavender hat, looked at me with a bright, ecstatic smile. Is the absolutely where you live, my dearest one? Is this absolutely where you live, my dearest one? Sorry about that. The exhilarating ripple of her voice was a wild tonic in the rain. What the fuck am I reading, dude? I had to follow the sound of it for a moment, up and down, with my ear alone, before any words came through. A damp streak of hair lay like a dash of blue paint across her cheek, and her hand was wet with glistening drops as I took it to help her from the car. Are you in love with me? She said low in my ear. This is like a siren's. You know what? I think I know who this is.
Yeah?
I think I just caught who it is. Because there's another guy we know who likes storytelling, and somebody who listens just found out about my old band named Sirens. We might got you, Finn got fudged hard. We'll see, though. You know what a siren is? The ghost bitches who used to like suck sailors in and like fucking eat their dicks or whatever.
Does this person happen to just Facebook post about your band Sirens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure. It's just a wild guess. I'm just, deducting, but are you in love with me? She said low in my ear. Or did I have to come alone? Or why did I have to come alone? That's the secret of Castle Rackrent. Tell your chauffeur to go far away and spend an hour. Come back in an hour, Ferdy. I don't know who Ferdy is. Then in a grave murmur, his name is Ferdy. I'm confused.
Ferdy is... That's like it's like a Letterkenny fucking slang.
Ferdy?
Yeah.
What's it mean?
I don't remember.
Okay. Does the gasoline affect his nose? I don't think so, she said innocently. Why? We went in. To my overwhelming surprise, the living room was deserted. Well, that's funny, I exclaimed. What's funny? She turned her head as there was a light, dignified knocking at the front door. I went out and opened it. Gatsby, pale as death, with his hands plunged like weights in his coat pockets, was standing in a puddle of water, glaring tragically into my eyes. With his hands still in his coat pockets, he stalked by me into the hall, turned sharply as if we were on a wire, and disappeared into the living room. It wasn't a bit funny. Aware of the loud beating of my own heart, I pulled the door to against the increasing rain. For half a minute, there wasn't a sound. Then from the living room, I heard a sort of choking murmur and part of a laugh, followed by Daisy's voice on a clear artificial note. I certainly am awfully glad to see you again. A pause. It endured horribly. I had nothing to go into the hall, so I went into the room. Gatsby, his hands still in his pockets, was reclining against the mantelpiece. Jesus Christ, dude, this thing's still going. In a strained counterfeit of perfect ease, even of boredom. His head leaned back so far that it rested against the face of a defunct mantelpiece clock. And from this position, his distraught eyes stared down at Daisy, who was sitting, frightened but graceful, on the edge of a stiff chair. Oh my God! All right, I think we're finally getting to the end, and I think it's going to be some kind of joke against us reading this whole thing. We've met before, muttered Gatsby. His eyes glanced momentarily at me, and her lips parted with an aborted attempt at a laugh. Luckily, the clock took his moment to tilt dangerously at the pressure of his head, whereupon he turned and caught it with trembling fingers and set it back in place. Then he sat down rigidly, his elbow on the arm of a sofa and his chin in his hand. I'm sorry about the clock, he said. My own face had now assumed a deep tropical burn. I couldn't muster up a single commonplace out of the 1,000 in my head. It's an old clock, I told him idiotically. I think we had all believed for a moment that it had smashed into pieces on the floor. We haven't met for many years, said Daisy, her voice as matter-of-fact as it could ever be. 5 years next November. The automatic quality of Gatsby's answer set us back at least another minute. What are you doing, dog? I had them both at their feet with their desperate suggestion that they help me make tea in the kitchen when the demonic Finn bought it on a tray. So I guess you're a demon, Finn.
Nice.
Amid the welcome confusion of cups and cakes, a certain physical decency established itself. Gatsby got himself into a shadow, and while Daisy and I looked consensuously, I think that's the word, from one to the other of us with tense, unhappy eyes. However, as calmness wasn't an end in itself, I made an excuse at the first possible moment and got to my feet. Where are you going? Demanded Gatsby in an immediate alarm. I'll be back. I've got to speak to you about something before you go. He followed me wildly into the kitchen, closed the door, and whispered, "Oh God," in a miserable way. What's the matter? This is a terrible mistake, he said, shaking his head from side to side. A terrible, terrible mistake. You're just embarrassed, that's all. And luckily I added, Daisy's embarrassed too. She's embarrassed, he repeated incredulously. I don't know that word. Just as much as you are. Don't talk so loud. You're acting like a little boy. I broke out impatiently. Not only that, but you're rude. Daisy's sitting in there all alone. He raised his hand to stop my words, looked at me with unforgettable reproach, and opening the door cautiously, we went back into the other room. Hashtag suck it, boys.
What the fuck was that, dude?
I just read like a chapter of a book or something. I have no idea what just happened.
Sure, it was good, buddy.
You know what I'm really good at? Reading, but if I don't care about it, not picturing any of it in my head. So I have no idea what I just read about.
I got some of it pictured.
Couple of ghosts.
I
did picture some stuff. I picture some guy in a house and some random bitch following him around who was a ghost and some other guy who was
some big tits too.
Why wouldn't she?
Mine did, yeah.
All right. You got Jeff getting mad about Tupac. Oh, yeah. This is where he's...
God, we're doing this still, bro.
Dude, Dr. Dre did not discover Tupac. Are you serious? Tupac was in Digital Underground in the late 80s and early 90s. Week. No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
October 4th? We couldn't have. He just sent this 4 days ago.
When was our last morning after pill?
Our last morning after pill probably read his last email about Eminem not being good, remember? Johnny J produced his early albums, then he went to death row, and that's all Suge Knight, bro. Dr. Dre had Aftermath while Tupac was in death row. Embarrassing yourselves. P.S. Eminem sucks. He's white pop boy band rap. He's definitely... Hey, dog. He's definitely right. Dr. Dre only produced... you're right. He did mention something. So why did he just repeat it?
Yeah, that was definitely...
There's definitely a different email where he says this, something different, because I remember him saying... Because he did say, Dr. Dre produced some songs on All Eyes on Me, I think it was, which was Tupac's last album, I think. Okay, hate for Eminem. I don't hate Eminem. Never said I hated him. You've told me 1,000 times you've hated him, Jeff. We used to work together, dude, and share the same car to work for like a year and a half straight or however long it was. You definitely don't like Eminem. At least everything you ever said to me made it seem like. I just think he's severely overrated. He came out and went straight to MTV Z100 and was the definition of pop rap. He was performing on all the teeny award shows, TRL. Shit was lame. Dude, if Tupac and Biggie were alive, they definitely would have been on TRL. TRL was around back then. They might have been on TRL. I don't know for sure, because I was definitely way wrong about... Because I know Dre worked with Pac.
Right.
And it was only for one album, really. So, whatever. But I know TRL was around back then. I would have to check it out and look it up. But I don't... See, Jeff, what makes me keep fighting you back, bud, is you say these things that contradict Eminem and what he's about, because he's not at all. Just because he blew up and would have to put out a poppy song on the album for it to be friendly enough to be on TRL on the radio and all that shit, doesn't mean that his albums were like that at all, dude. Right. And that's what makes me continuously say this to you. Keep sending these emails all you want. I'm going to keep responding back to you. Listen to early Eminem, and then you'll take back a lot of what you say about him.
100%.
The poopy pee thing, you don't like the comedic rap, then that's all you. That's your prerogative. That's your opinion. If you don't like it, I 100%, I'm like, there you go. That's what you think. But to say he isn't a fierce, aggressive, angry, fucking really good lyricist, fucking storyteller,
right.
He's all those things, dude. And you keep saying he's teeny weeny pop rap, and those songs you're thinking of are that shit. Because he just had to put one or two of those on the album so he could release it.
Yeah, there's one or two on every album.
Dre's who wouldn't in a million years be yeah, let's just make one of those songs to put on TRL so everybody buys your album and the rest do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
Every rapper did that. Biggie did that. Pac did like fucking. Everybody always had those like light-hearted, like what was it, Juicy for Biggie Smalls? It was all a dream. Used to read What Up magazines. Like that was Puff Daddy was like, dude, we need something like all this gangster shit's fucking dope, but we need something to put on the radio, bro.
Yeah.
Every producer says that to the rapper. So I see what you're saying, dude. But there's a difference between your opinion, which is fine, and if you want it, that's great. There's some like I was wrong about Dre and Pac working together the whole time. I thought it was way more. That was my bad, but you're just wrong about certain things. He just wasn't that. I mean, I guess in a certain way, that's kind of his opinion at the same time. But that's why you're saying you don't hate him. But if you listen to like at least his first 2 albums, I just think you wouldn't have that opinion really.
Correct.
That being said, like I said, he had some really good songs, some really bad songs. I understand why you guys like him so much. When he came out, you guys were younger than me, probably never really experienced rap like I did before Eminem. So that's where the differences lie. That makes a lot of sense.
Well,
although I
true.
definitely listened to Dr. Dre's The Chronic, like probably before Eminem's album came out, and I love that shit. And I was like fucking, when did that shit come out? Like 94? I was like fucking 6 or 7 when that shit came out, and I was able to listen to it. And I fucking love that shit. So, so that's where the differences lie. I was listening to rap for a while before M came out, so my view on it was much different. And final, M doesn't suck. Just personally, I don't prefer listening to him. But for you guys, I'll give his new album a shot. I would give his old albums a shot, man. Yeah. To be honest to you, I don't hate his new album. I'm not done like listening to it enough times to give it my final judgment.
Right.
It's definitely no poo-poo pee-pee shit. It's definitely just him attacking everybody that's attacked him the past few years since that last album, or actually that album that came out like a year ago. His last album that came out was like literally a year ago, and everybody's like, oh my God, because he just dropped Kamikaze to Nowhere. Because I think everybody talks so much shit about him. He was like, all right, I'm going to fucking just rip an album out. So Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, dude. Listen to those LPs and let us know. Daddy Diddles, football dash. Ugh. Sent this before week 5. Which is a good thing to mention. 49ers, where do I start? It's almost like the sports gods know I'm a Mets fan, and the injuries need to spill over into the NFL from the MLB. Yeah. Jet McKinnon, now Jimmy G, now their rookie W.R. Pettis. Season is over. Might as well try to get a top 5 pick and fix that O-line. I hear you, man. I mean, Jimmy G was running into some struggles early just because he was facing some serious teams. Dude. But yeah.
You're like, it's week 5, and you're like, all right, I guess hope we get a good draft pick. Like, it's so awful.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, and you just watch to see some other players that you might like to, see. Although Breda, that running back Breda, it sucks McKinnon got hurt, but I think it opened the doors to that guy Breda, and he seems pretty good. But now he's been hurt on and off the past couple weeks. Giants. Well, I guess he's about to talk shit about the Giants.
Nice.
This is what happens when you let the fans dictate your team. The Giants should have drafted a QB for the future because by the time this team is ready to win again, Eli is going to be 38, 39 years old and ready to retire. Shit, he's ready to retire now. He's missing passes, making bad decisions. He's done. You said you wrote this before week 5. This was after a game. He had like a perfect passer rating, Jeff?
I think you're wrong, Fudge.
No, I'm not. He threw one interception all year until yesterday. He threw 2.
Yeah, I think you're wrong, bud.
No, I'm 100% factual in what I'm saying. You just want to be a dick, and that's fine, and just laugh, and so everybody knows that, but I'm definitely not wrong. So you're saying make bad decisions. What's happening to Eli Manning is that he is old, and he's not very mobile, and he's going to fall over in a second, then take a sack. Right. Which he would at least take a sack back in the day to make some plays.
I'm just checking the score for you, bud. So
gotcha.
I'm not ignoring you. But you're wrong.
Barkley is going to be great, but they made the wrong move. Jets. They are promising, young, have a lot of talent, and Sam Darnold will make the Giants regret their decision. I think that. But,
yeah. I think a lot of fans do.
I don't want to say regret their decision because Saquon Barkley definitely looks like he's going to pan out. So unless some like crazy injuries happen or like he all of a sudden decides to flop,
I wouldn't even. It's not.
Everybody says this every year. Quarterbacks come out every year. New quarterbacks get drafted in Russell Wilson the 3rd round, Tom Brady the 6th round.
Patrick Mahomes, dude.
Yeah,
good is that guy playing?
like don't get me wrong, dude. I think Sam Darnold's gonna be great. I'm happy for the Jets that they got him. I understand what the Giants did.
You're gonna have to see what happens when Eli retires. Like, if you can get someone to take over, then no one's gonna regret anything.
Yeah.
But if you guys get if you get what the Jets have dealt with, drafting shitty quarterback,
Which might fucking happen.
You know what I mean? So
a lot of teams have dealt with that, though.
So, well, yeah. Well, you'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. But, I mean, I definitely think Sam Darnold's going to be great. But I also think Saquon Barkley is great. And given that he doesn't randomly start to suck all of a sudden or, injuries don't pile up, he's going to be a fucking great running back for us for as long as a running back can be.
It's like the Adrian Peterson thing, like he was fucking amazing. Like,
they got nowhere. They got the Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings got nowhere.
They got started going somewhere when he left. You know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with him. It just
they had him and Brett Favre one year, right? And Brett Favre fucking killed it for them. That was that 1 year.
They were a play away from fucking making the AFC Championship game, I believe.
NFC,
yeah. So he threw a pick with like a minute. Like, they were in field
Still
goal.
best quarterback ever, though.
Oh, best quarterback ever, yeah. I forget. They were at like the 30-yard line. They could have kicked the field goal to tie the game, but they were obviously trying to score a touchdown to win the game. And he threw a pick with like fucking 30 seconds left or something stupid like that.
Sometimes you're gonna. I mean, I understand the play call, and you love it when they go gutsy because they're trying to fucking win.
Right.
But sometimes when it's like your entire season on the line, sometimes you gotta like. Sometimes you just gotta. I mean, who knows? Maybe their kicker wasn't having a good game. Who the fuck knows, dude?
Yeah.
Chiefs are for real. Pat Mahomes is for real. Dude, I think that guy is like Aaron Rodgers 2.0. He just runs around. You can't fucking get to him. And when he throws the ball, when he's running, it flies like 300 miles an hour, dude. It's retarded. He's so fucking good.
It's crazy, dude.
I had no idea. Like, I heard things about Pat Mahomes, but I was like, dude, the Chiefs really believe in this guy to just get rid of Alex Smith like that?
Right.
And now I see what, like, oh, wow, they made the fucking right move big time.
And what, they got, first rounder for that?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's like that's a no-lose situation for them regardless. I'm sure they got some good shit. You know what I mean? Because the Redskins, for whatever reason, didn't like Cousins, so they let him go or whatever, however that worked out, because they kept franchising him.
Right.
And then lost him for nothing. You know what I mean? They basically, they fucking... Redskins made a dumb move with Cousins, man. Like, I don't like Cousins. Like, I don't think Cousins, although he looks pretty good in the Vikings this year. I will say that. But, I mean, he's putting up numbers, but how many games is he winning, too? But he's also going up against really fucking good teams. Another argument for another day.
The Jets are playing the Vikings next week.
That sucks because
I know because
the Vikings are much better than their record. That's for sure.
Right, and it sucks, too, because, all right, so the Jets winning yesterday, they're back in the season. They're 2-3, so there's still a season left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now fucking, who are we playing? Can I look at?
When you're looking, I'm going to read the rest of his Chiefs thing.
Yeah.
Patriots will still win the division. You're probably right. The division? Do you mean the conference? Maybe he means the division. Steelers aren't what they used to be, and it's good that he put this right before week 5 because the Steelers fucking blew out whoever the fuck they played last night. I forgot off the top of my head, but they look like the good old Steelers again. But they're not consistent sometimes. The past few years, the Steelers haven't been what they should have been.
Right.
They should literally be like basically the Patriots fucking 2.0, you know?
Colts. We're playing the Colts and then the Vikings. And then the Bears. Then the Fish. Then the Bills. So that's fine. But
yeah, but the Bears, dude, the Bears are fucking... Khalil Mack made that team so fucking good. We'll get to them now. Yeah. Bengals aren't this good. That's funny. Their offense is fucking looking... Mixon and A.J. Green, man. Well, it's like that
Mixon's been out.
He just came back and he was looking great yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I didn't start him.
So that's rough.
Yep.
See, I passed him up on both drafts. I was like, who the fuck is Mixon? I ain't drafting this motherfucker.
He's my second round
mistake.
Pick.
Yeah, I made a big time mistake on that.
I think I drafted David Johnson, Joe Mixon, Devontae Freeman. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, Freeman got injured. Now he's not looking too great anymore. That sucks.
Well, he's back yesterday, so who knows?
I think it's more the Falcons' fault than his fault. Broncos are very underrated. I mean, Jets whooped their ass yesterday, but I can see where he's coming from because their defense, they're fucking.
Is this still the same email where it's before
Week 5? Yeah. Jaguars are very good. The rest of the division is trash. That's not true because the Titans may have. If the Titans won yesterday, they have a better record than the Jaguars.
standings?
I mean, Jaguars are still technically a better team, but Blake Bortles looked fucking horrific yesterday, dude. That's the thing. The Jaguars are fucking so good, and
Yeah, Tennessee's 3. They're in first place. They're tied 3-2 with Jacksonville.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing though. Like the Titans are like all over the place, with what's going on with them because like they're like a real scrappy, tough team. Right. They're not winning games by a ton, and they're going back and forth between two quarterbacks who are hurt. So who the fuck knows what's going on with that team? That's pretty crazy. But yeah, no, man. I mean, the Chiefs' defense looked better yesterday. But the Chiefs fucking wiped the floor at the Jaguars. The Jaguars got 2 picks on Mahomes. I think those were like his first 2 picks of the season.
Yeah.
But dude, Tyreek Hill was beating Ramsey like fucking that, dude. Ramsey's talking more shit, but he's getting beat. I'm seeing him get beat by people, dude.
Can we also stop saying Blake Bortles sucks? Like,
did you see him play football yesterday, dude?
No, I didn't. But I saw him play against the Jets. And he looked like Eli Manning. He looked like fucking Tom Brady out there against the Jets.
It's probably a great comparison, honestly. Like, I mean, I don't know if he'll ever achieve what Eli Manning was able to do when Eli Manning had those teams that he had.
Right.
But in a certain sense, it's because I know Point said to that last year, and I wanted to fucking fight him. But it's kind of a decent comparison because sometimes he can look really good, and you're like, oh, this is great. But he has such a good team around him, dude. Like, when he's just shit garbage, he's just shit garbage. But we'll see. Maybe Blake Bortles will fucking have a crazy playoff run, and then I'll have to deal with the bullshit for the rest of my life of people comparing Blake Bortles to Eli Manning, you know? I doubt he'd ever do too, but the Jaguars defense is just still so fucking good. Rams are the best team in the NFL. I absolutely agree.
How could you not?
Yeah, and even with the injuries, they're still... The Seahawks are in their division. They played a tough game. Rams still fucking won. You know what I mean? Dude, Kupp, Woods, and fucking and Cooks. Unfair. Absolutely ridiculous.
No, I agree they're the best team in the league right now. The Chiefs are still undefeated too, though. You know? So
yeah. But their defense is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Their defense is horrific. I
wouldn't say garbage.
It's bad, dude. Look up some stats from them, dude. If I need to, I'll pull up stats later. But they're fucking. It's horrific with them. I think they're like in like the last like 28th, 27th, and like every defensive stat ever.
Right.
So they're winning games, yes. So I see what you're saying. You know what I mean? And statistics aren't necessarily everything, but
they're 5-0, man.
But I heard Booger McFarland make a really good point today.
Can that dude change his fucking name?
I heard fucking shit turd McNasty fucking right. He made a really good point. They're not utilizing Kareem Hunt as much as they should be,
right?
Because it's gonna get cold soon, and Mahomes is fucking sick, dude. But guess what? You don't throw the ball as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they need to fuck. And Kareem Hunt is amazing.
Oh, he's a monster, dude.
Yeah. So they need to. But you made a good point, old Booger there.
Who was the running back before Hunt who was fucking retarded too? They're like, I can't believe we're going to lose this guy. And then Hunt just shows up and it's fine.
Yeah, because I drafted him one year in fantasy on like that year he got injured and that was a wrap for him. I can't remember his name right now.
I can't either.
They always have fucking good run game, dude. They always have a really good run game. Saints are not as good as we thought they were, but Saints are not as good as we thought they were, but still good.
Yeah.
Saints offense is top tier ridiculousness.
Yes.
And it's almost like the Chiefs to where if Drew Brees is going to keep winning them games. Basically what the Saints have always done when they're winning games. Drew Brees scores like 40, 50 fucking points, and the Saints just don't let the other team score 40 or 50 fucking points. What happened to their defense? It's a good fucking question. I know Manti Te'o's still out. I think they lost their better like fucking banging fucking phantom trainees or whatever he was doing, right? That like fake guy like ripped them off or whatever is like, oh, I'm a guy, or fucking fucked his whole life over. Who gives a shit though? I know they lost their best corner. You know what I mean?
Well, that's huge.
Their secondary is absolutely terrible. Yeah,
You know
so
what's funny about the Saints is like they could have like the fucking 2001 Ravens defense, and in my head I'd be like, nah, that defense is not good, man.
yeah, because their defense has been so bad for so long, and then last year it was amazing. You know what I mean? So what happened to that defense? Who the fuck knows? Besides some injuries, but Vikings same. Yeah, I personally think the Vikings record doesn't show how good they really are, because I think the Vikings offense is ridiculous.
They still have a top 5 defense.
I think Cook is an amazing running back. Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen are literally both number 1 fucking receivers. Kyle Rudolph's a good, solid tight end. Nothing crazy,
solid.
but Kirk Cousins is going to be too busy throwing to Thielen and Diggs. And their defense is fucking scary, dude. It's just, sometimes they don't play as good. They get in ties and they fucking... That ridiculous game where they lost to the Bills. I don't know what the fuck that was about.
That's only because they're the Vikings.
What do you mean?
Like, that's just... It's like being a Jets fan. Or
Yeah,
like,
shit that happens to them.
It's just...
Packers, same. That makes sense with yesterday because the fucking Detroit Lions beat Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. It's fucking crazy.
Not the Jets, though, baby. What's up?
Yeah. That's so
that means
weird.
we can beat the Packers and the Patriots. Bring them on,
You on the Redskins you're in the Redskins bandwagon yet. I'm going to say that the Saints are going to pummel the Redskins tonight.
Let that dog out, would you?
Happily. I think
Where is the game at home for the Saints?
Fucking dog. Good question. I don't know. I'm not sure. Last email from Jeff. Last one. Drake. At first, I was like, nah. God's plan. Now I'm like, yeah, not bad. Fuck a real chair where your wheelchair at. If you're reading this,
nah.
if you're reading this, it was too late. And then the one before that, where it's like the side of his head, where he's like a baby with an afro, and then the remixes or the re-releases, whatever that one. Those 2 albums are really good. I like those albums from Drake. But okay, Pat Burnett. God damn that sweet heat. Oh, he rips on me because I didn't make it to the show last night. Oh, hey, shots for likes. It's me, the Karate Kid, up in this piece. Hey, Fudge.
You were supposed to meet up with him?
Well, yeah, I was supposed to see what's up and fucking hang out with him a bit. Hey, Fudge, it was nice finally meeting you at the After the Burial show. Oh, wait, that's right. I'm pretty sure you weren't at the show, were you? I know this because everyone that was caught a vicious spin kick from your boy. Well, he was really drunk, he said, too, when he wrote it. He was like, dude, like, I hope you don't think I'm, like, talking shit to you, man. He's like, I was really hammered, so I'm just joking around. I'm like, nah, all right, it's cool, dude. I'll read it. Yeah, I guess he was spin kicking people, which makes sense. I've never met you before, but I'm really disappointed in you, Holmes. Boma, you are the real deal.
My man.
We will play Fallout. For Fudge, I just don't know. I'm at the show, and I'm pretty drunk, faggots.
Dude, I can't wait to play Fallout with you, dude. We have a squad going into Fallout, dude. I got me, Pat, fucking Jesse, Ross, Justin. Dude, I got squads. Look the fuck out, boys.
Got a squad, bro?
I got a squad, boys.
Fuck a server up. All right, Ross, final email of the night. Football. Giants got fucked on the McCaffrey run for the first down by it not being measured. That's another thing, too, on that last drive where they got that fucking 63-yard field goal. McCaffrey ran, and, like, he may have made it, depending on the spot, dude.
Right.
When you watch the replay, I really don't think he made it. But since the clock was running and nobody had any timeouts, they just didn't spot it, and they just gave it to him. And then...
See, that's bullshit.
Then they stopped the clock. Then they spiked and stopped the clock. Which, if that was 4th and 1, that would have been turnover on downs.
Right.
But it was 3rd and 1, and they claimed that McCaffrey got it, and they just didn't say anything. Now he goes on to talk about something last week.
Yeah, but you know what? That's one of those plays that, yeah, maybe they got it wrong. I didn't see it, but let's say maybe they got it wrong. There's nothing you could do about it. You know what I mean? Like it's such a quick call. There's no reviews. Like it just sucks.
Well, he says something about them reviewing. I mean, I might have read it wrong, but because I read this at the mall earlier. The same exact situation happened in the Cleveland.
Did you see Ross at the mall?
No, I just read his email at the mall.
Did you text him to see if he was there? You bad friend.
Why? I was at Willowbrook. Is that where he works?
Oh no.
Okay.
You don't even know where he works? What a fucking loser.
I guess he's at Rockaway. Dude, fuck off, Ross. I'm sorry, I don't know where you fucking
Ross,
work. You know where I work, Ross? Fuck off. That same exact situation happened in the Cleveland-Oakland game last week, and they stopped the game so they could use 37 different camera angles and theoretical physics to justify overturning it from a first down into 4th and inches.
Is that a... keep going.
McCaffrey may have actually gotten the first down, but them simply deciding to not measure it is bullshit considering the precedent they set the previous week. NFL needs to figure its shit out when it comes to officiating. The calls just keep getting worse and worse. No one can decide what roughing the passer actually is. Shit's over-officiated one game and not officiated at all the next, which is exactly what we were talking about before, how your Jets got lucky because they were actually sacking the quarterback and luckily not getting... If you saw some of the calls yesterday, dude, you'd even stop for a sec making fun of us and be like, that sucks. You guys are fags because you're Giants fans. That sucks. Losers. Like, it was... I'm telling you, dude, fucking Cam Newton flopped. I don't like that guy. I never had anything against him for any reason, but, like, when you watch him play football and he, like... Dude, he fumbled. I think it was fucking... Eli Apple actually came back and had a pretty good fucking game yesterday, and he fucking hit Cam hard and knocked the ball out, and it fumbled out of bounds. And because it fumbled far enough past the first fucking down, or past the first down marker, and went out of bounds, and we got it, but the guy's toe was touching the white. So it counted as going out of bounds and past the first down, so he got a first down off of it. And he goes up and he does his little... like guns, like, you fucking faggot, sit down, dude. You got hit by Eli Apple, who's a third your fucking size, forced a fumble, and our guy recovered it with his toe out of fucking bounds. And that's why you got a first down. Don't sit there, sit down, you little fucking pointer fingers, you fucking scumbag. And then you flop. You fucking flopped, you fucking asshole, dude.
I mean,
I'm freaking the fuck out now, dude. Fuck Cam Newton, bro.
He was out of bounds, though.
He wasn't a bounds, but he stands up like he's the man. Ooh, boom, boom, boom. Fucking Scam Newton.
He made the play.
No, he didn't. He got hit and he fumbled. He didn't make shit. Wow. It was one of those random things. It was just because of the way the rule works. That's all that happens.
But he got the first down.
He didn't get the first down. A fumble got the first down.
He called.
You can say whatever shit you want to piss me off, all you want, dude. But I'm telling you right now, it's. I mean. I can't bitch any further because that's the rules. No rules were broken. Right. I'm not saying that it's bullshit because it's not. That's the rule. No rules were broken. That's how it happens. Of course,
he got in trouble for last year with? Didn't he talk shit to that broad or something? That broad, like
something like, it was a woman you wouldn't understand or something like that. Talking about football or whatever, and everybody thought he was like being sexist or whatever. No, she just doesn't play football because no women play in the NFL.
So you like Cam Newton? That's what you're saying.
No, I just think it's ridiculous that he was getting fucking bitched at for. I mean, I don't remember the dialogue could have been way worse, but I'm pretty sure it's like, no, he said that because no women have ever played in the NFL ever, so it's, you know what I mean. But everybody takes everything in the sexist way. But we gotta move it because I want to keep going a little bit because I need to breathe here. All right, where are we? The NFL needs to figure this out. The NFL needs to figure out how to get more consistency from their officials, and they need to learn what clear and obvious is to overturn calls on replay.
That's true. That's been true for years, though. Red Sox up 1-0.
Yeah. Fuck yourself. Number 2, it's so nice to be a fan of a team that for once feels like isn't going to be a complete pushover the entire season. Cleveland may not be a playoff team. I don't think defense. They'll get even close, but they're going to be an absolute pain in the dick for a lot of teams facing them. They were even a pain in the dick last year, dude. They weren't just getting blown out every game. They lost every game.
They were, but it was still like, all right, well.
It's because they lost every game, but they were playing hard. Yeah, they were playing tough, dude.
They were, but in my knockout pool, it was still like, all right, who's playing the Browns? Picking them.
Yeah.
This year's different.
Yeah.
He's right. It's different this year.
And damn, are they exciting and sometimes frustrating to watch. 3, Denzel Ward continues to make me eat shit, and it's delicious. The guy can fucking play. Interception, blocked field goal, and just in general all over making coverage plays on receivers. I don't know who Denzel Ward is. He's, I'm guessing our cornerback on the Browns. Hey, who gives a fuck, right? It's the Browns. Number 4, save the best for last, but I think Dan is going to fight me on this. I remember this. He's going to talk shit on Eli Manning. When are Giants fans finally going to admit that Eli Manning at this stage of his career is not a top 20 quarterback in the
He's
NFL?
A cornerback.
I guessed. Seriously, I don't get it. I want to make it clear that I do not think it's fair to place all the blame of 1-4 on him at all. I personally think that the Giants' record... I'm not saying the Giants are great, but the Giants aren't like a bad team, man.
Right. No, I agree with that.
He's far from the only problem. It seems like every week he plays mediocre at best for a good majority of the game, and people talk so much shit about him. And then he makes 2 big plays late to get the Giants in the position to win, and everyone forgets the Giants weren't competitive at all for a good portion of the game. I'm trying to think about that game. I don't know, man. Because I remember thinking yesterday, I was like, I remember way more bullshit calls and bullshit that was just going in the Panthers' direction than I do the Giants.
You have anger issues, man. You should get this checked out. It's ruining your...
You can both fuck yourself.
You get mad over little things. You're letting it ruin the game of football, but...
I wonder if anybody who's ever listened...
I never get mad.
Twiddling your thumbs purposely to look like an asshole. The offensive line is no longer an excuse as it looks like they're finally getting and playing adequate. It's never going to be pretty, but damn, benching that piece of shit Flowers has helped. I absolutely agree. Those 2 interceptions he threw were bad. One was absolutely atrocious for a veteran 2-time Super Bowl MVP QB. No, man, I know at least one of them was just just miscommunication in the route.
I said that, yeah.
My biggest issue with Eli is I still feel like he is terrified to get hit, even if he has to take the hit to make a play. As soon as he feels pressure, most of the time he dumps it off, throws it away, or just falls over like a sack of potatoes. That's 100% true. He can still throw deep balls with some accuracy. I'll bet inconsistently he misses some big time throws, so the Giants can still win with him. Part of this is on Shermer. The constant short passing bullshit is not going to work with him. They need to play full games like they did late in the Panthers game. Let Eli take some deep shots, deal with the interceptions, and win without protecting/padding his stats. 2 touchdown, 2 interception. Eli is going to give the Giants more chances to win games than I hope OBJ, Shepard, Barkley can get some massive yard after carries with their
AKA
elite
yak.
Yak. I could have just said yak, but I wanted for people who might not have known.
That's also a slang word for Coke, which I think is funny.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I wasn't talking about Coke, so there you go. And I'm sure some people have either done or do Coke who listen to this. So with some massive yak with their elite athleticism to make my stats and completion percentage look pretty
It's also
Eli.
an animal.
That is, but nobody gives a shit about that animal.
Now?
The yak. Were you going to do it, or? Eli is still serviceable, but it makes me want to vomit every time I hear people talk about him like he's an elite, top-tier NFL quarterback. I don't know who the fuck you're talking to, bro, but that's just not true, Ross. So I want you to know that
out there, dude. I'm telling you, there's people out there that talk about like that.
Here's what I think about Eli. I know that there's a possibility that he can play like that, but he's not consistent. There's no consistency to that ever.
Would you rather have Peyton Manning or Eli Manning?
Well, I mean, Peyton Manning was able to win that second Super Bowl with the Broncos, and he played like garbage that entire year, and that defense won it for him.
Fucking 3 neck surgeries. I ask you a simple question. Would you rather have Eli Manning or Peyton Manning?
I mean, up until he won that second Super Bowl, I would have said fucking Eli just because of what he did when he had the chance to do it. I mean, what would you rather see? Peyton Manning be good all fucking season? Well, actually, that does sound pretty good. And then they get to the playoffs and he fucking chokes? Like, think about it this way. Say if when he came back and the Colts were like, oh my God, Andrew Luck is going to be our next Peyton Manning.
Right.
Peyton Manning is gone. We're trading him. Say Peyton Manning never came back, right? Think about how inconsistent he was in the fucking playoffs, dude. If you look at his playoff records and shit, I'm pretty sure Eli Manning's playoff record might look better than Peyton's.
No, not at all. You know how many... Peyton Manning... If you look at...
Like, he might have more wins and shit, because he made it to the playoffs a lot more.
He definitely has more wins in the postseason, but like it wasn't just him losing in the postseason. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. I know you say, all right, I'm gonna pick Peyton Manning because he's better. But it's like, dude, I saw 2 Super Bowl wins.
Yes,
and Colt fans saw 1. So like, what, you know what I mean? Like, what does it come down to? Well, like, what do you like? The point of the NFL to being on the NFL team is to eventually win the Super Bowl.
But that's not Peyton's fault. That's the Colts' fault.
Yeah, but
they never gave him anything.
Yeah, just like the fucking Packers give Aaron Rodgers nothing, and now they want him to play with like 1 leg.
Yeah,
and they wonder why he throws 440 yards and 3 touchdowns and he still's lost.
You're disappointing me here.
I mean, no shit. Peyton Manning is 1,000 times better a quarterback than Eli Manning.
That's all I asked.
But if you look at, well, he might have been.
I'm just asking you if you had a choice. Let's say your Giants team has the same exact team every year since Eli was a quarterback, but it just switched and it was Peyton Manning.
Yeah, obviously Peyton Manning.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a difference between arguing Eli's consistency and how it's terrible versus now you're just trying to take 2 Super Bowl wins away from Giants fans. I mean, there's a line where you guys eventually have to stop. You know,
I wasn't saying that.
Yeah, but I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, off the top of the head, who do you want? Peyton, Eli? Like, no shit, everybody's gonna pick Peyton. But like, look at what Eli did 2 times within 4 years. You know what I mean?
Well, it was the defense, dude.
Yeah, no, it's
and
I agree. And when the Colts won, I'm pretty sure their defense was much better than it ever used to. Like, that was probably the best year their defense was.
Well, they had the 2 good defensive ends. They had Bob Sanders, and that was about it. They had 3 really good players. Dwight Freeney and who was the other defensive end?
Was Freeney an end or like okay.
It was
him
he was. And I can't remember.
I think you've named it before, but I don't remember.
The other defense, they had 3 really good defense players, and that was it. So their defense sucked.
Yeah, but well, those are like playmaking motherfuckers, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So they were serviceable enough to let Peyton do his thing, and fucking Bob Sanders was a monster.
Oh, when he was healthy, dude. Remember him and Troy Polamalu, dude? How good though. We haven't seen a safety like that. I mean, Ed Reed's obviously in there too. I didn't mean to disregard Ed Reed, but just the way those 2 played.
Who do you? Somebody was just comparing a safety recently. The guy in the Seahawks that just got hurt. That guy's a fucking monster, man. I mean, I never see him play football, so I'm not really familiar. But everything I've ever heard about him.
Chancellor?
No, he just retired. I think didn't he? The guy who just got hurt, and then Bell tweeted like, get well soon, man. And the guy who gave the finger to the whole sideline.
That's a situation, dude. But yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? Eli is still serviceable, but it makes me want to vomit every time I hear people talk about him being an elite, top-tier NFL quarterback. I already read that. I can list at least 20 that are better than him now. 5, even though I picked them to make the Super Bowl, fuck the Ravens. I wonder how tough a Browns loss is to swallow. Ha ha, bitches.
That's his pick?
You don't remember that? Remember I gave him so much shit?
I don't remember yesterday, dude.
Me either. I don't really remember yesterday.
I remember going to work today.
I'm so glad I didn't have to.
What do you do it in an email?
Oh, jeez. I need to head over there now. I cannot go now. Tickets, but I need someone to cover me ASAP. Oh, wow.
Work email. This is not part of the email segment, Dan.
Yeah.
You got to make a new song.
I'm not doing good here.
Work email. Yeah,
I probably shouldn't have read all that. I didn't read the person.
You could barely hear what he said.
All right, cool. All right, so, I mean, hour and 40.
Yeah, we can wrap her, dude.
Yeah, because pretty sure the Saints game's starting now.
8:30. I think I'm going to watch. I might try and jump on so I just got a text, so I got to do a double tomorrow. But as of right now, they only did like 40 dinners tonight. So I think I'm going to go in late. So I might try and jump on Cluggy tonight for a little bit.
Oh, dude, I might have to tell the broad to hop on Cap and Cluggy on her phone because I didn't get the Yankees game on my small TV and the fucking Saints game on the big TV.
Yeah.
Because I can't, this is playoffs. I can't be missing more playoffs.
If you did, I would be upset with you.
So. And the Red Sox, too. You know what? Fuck yourself. I'm getting the fuck out. You got anything to say? I'm going the fuck home. I'm going to actually take care of doing everything with the podcast at home because, one, just being around you, I'm getting really upset. And two, it's fucking Yankees Red Sox baseball. So I gotta get the fuck out of here. But
I would have canceled this if the Mets are playing. I'll tell you. Actually, I would tell you right now. I would have canceled.
Yeah, it makes sense.
No, that's it. Just take your foam home though. That'll make the broad happy.
Oh, the foam?
Yeah. I'll worry about the closet shit if we need to get rid of anything. Don't worry about.
Well, you said you got 2 weeks anyways.
Yeah.
So all right, all right. Peace out. Slip piece. DJ spin it. Bloody blah.
Later, boys.
Mike check. The morning after pill. Fudge and Finn. Shots for likes in that ass. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots for likes. Shots like. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Likes. Like. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. The morning after pill. Shots likes. Morning after pill.